What a disaster the Chicago Bears are. My name is Harrison Graham. You're watching our Bears Now post-game show. Buccaneers take care of business 27-17 here in week 2. And just when you think it can't get worse and it can't get uglier and it can't be as bad as it actually is, the Bears never fail to disappoint. They always find a way to do something you've literally never seen before. And I don't mean in a good way. I mean in a catastrophically bad way. Buccaneers 27-17. Lots to break down here. You had the ball late with the chance to win, and just disaster struck again. We'll explain it all. But give us your one-word reaction to the Bears' loss today. One word. I mean, I don't even know. Like, disaster, embarrassing, pathetic, unbelievable, like, just Bears. Like, we're so used to it at this point. If you had to pick one word to describe this loss, please let us know. And maybe unbelievable isn't the right word, because at this point, nothing's unbelievable when it comes to the Chicago Bears. It's just absolutely frustrating. I'll allow the word roller coaster. That's technically 2 words. The Justin Fields roller coaster just is maddening to watch. It's frustrating to watch. I'm losing faith. I don't know, man. I mean, we'll flash the stats and then I'll kind of break down what I saw. And again, I'll look at the All-22 later in the week, but there was some glaring stuff I saw just from the TV telecast that really stood out. He went 16 of 29. For 211 yards, 1 touchdown, a couple picks. The second pick, Claypool drops it. You're down 10 late, and it gets tipped up and picked. I don't really care about that. The game's over. The first one, though, and let's just back up first. So, opening drive. Okay? Opening drive. Great scripted drive by Luke Getsy. You get a couple of RB runs in there, including his own read. He keeps for 5. He ends up bootlegging out for a touchdown run. But 3 carries, 4 yards, best running quarterback in the NFL. You never go back to another design run the rest of the game. I don't get that. But he threw a couple of nice balls to DJ Moore early. You were getting him involved. I was like, okay, like this looks good. And then the rest of the first half is just a disaster. Poor play calls at times from Getsy. But for Fields specifically, I can't remember if it was the second or third drive, but there's multiple plays. I think it was the 4th drive, actually, late in the first half when you ended up tying it with a field goal. You're down to like the 20-25 of Tampa Bay. You're driving again, and he takes a couple of really bad sacks where they show the replay, and he's got multiple guys open. And he's scattershot. Like, he won't throw the ball. Takes a horrible sack, forces Cairo Santos to kick a 52-yarder, which he does, but it's just like, throw it. Why aren't you throwing it? Like, are you not seeing it? Are you not processing? His drop bat looked slow. It was just really, really ugly. And that continued into the third quarter. I thought the offensive line in the first half actually protected Fields decently. He got sacked 4 times, but I would say 3 of those were on him. And then in the third quarter, it was more of the same. But then Justin Fields, I thought, had the best 3-play sequence of his career, if I'm being completely honest. He hit DJ Moore on a bullet on a deep in route for about 20. Then on the next play, the offensive line protection breaks down a bit. He just drifts back, and then kind of lofts one to the left over the linebacker to DJ Moore in stride. I was like, damn, that's an impressive throw. And then either the next play or the next pass he threw a little skinny post to Chase Claypool in between the safety and the slot corner for an absolute dot of a touchdown to cut it to 2017. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, where the hell has that been? And then your defense gets a stop. So that's where we get to the end of the game. 20-17. They gave up a couple first downs, so the Bucs were able to pin it back deep. You're inside your own 10. Well, Tampa jumps offside. 1st and 5. Awesome. You run a screenplay to Khalil Herbert for a gain of 7. Should have been a first down. Guess what? Chase Claypool, offensive interference because he was blocking downfield right away. Didn't even sell it. You can't block downfield before the ball is thrown. So brutal. You're back to 1st and 11 because it's half the distance. And then what does Luke Getsy do? 1st and 11 at your own 6. I just called an inside screen play where my QB has to give it time, let the running back slip out. I love calling screens. He calls the exact same play. And I'm blaming Justin Fields a lot here too. I mean, you cannot throw a pick on a goddamn screen. But Jack Barrett baits him into it. Barrett sees it the whole time. He's like, oh, my God, they called another screen. I cannot believe this idiot play caller just did this. He kind of okey-dokes inside, drops back, tips it to himself, picks it off for a touchdown because he only had to go like 3 yards because, again, they're inside their own 5, basically. Game over, 27-17. Here's what drives me crazy. Yes, Justin Fields has been bad. I have major concerns. If it continues this way, he will not be the future. But, like, you finally see him rip 3 balls in a row, confident, swagger, and then you just do that as a play caller? Let your quarterback sink or swim in these late-game situations especially. That is what this year is supposed to be about. Clearly, Getsy doesn't trust him, and that's fine, but why not give him a chance there? He finally had shown you something, and you called the same goddamn play twice in a row. I don't get it. Fields stinks, Getsy's worse. Like, God, it's bad. It just pisses me the fuck off, man. Like, this team doesn't do anything well. Seriously. And I will expand on that. I'll talk about the staff a little bit more here in a second as well. But some company that does something very well is AG1. Appreciate AG1 for sponsoring today's Bears versus Buccaneers post-game show. You can get comprehensive and convenient daily nutrition at drinkag1.com/chatsports. I started taking AG1 again recently, and I've never felt more energetic on a day-to-day basis. Football season can be draining. Watching the Bears is very draining, and at times you lack that extra juice that you need to get up and get a workout in, but now I'm back in my routine, getting that workout in before coming in, and then I get to watch this garbage football team. Not only is AG1 helping me get back into good habits, I'm already seeing better digestion as well. Improving my gut health is something I've needed to work on for a while, and that's now happening with the simple scoop every single day. Covering my nutritional basis for the day literally could not be easier, which is why I trust AG1. I just mix 1 small scoop of AG1 with water and drink it first thing in the morning. Boom, done, that easy. I also love that it costs less than $3 per day. Pretty good deal if you ask me. It's a really effective daily habit with the highest quality sourced ingredients, a true win-win. So if a comprehensive solution is what you need from your supplement routine, then AG1 is giving you a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. So go to drinkag1.com/chatsports. That is drinkag1.com/chatsports. Check it out today. That link is in the comments and in the description of this video. AG1, promote your gut health, support your immunity, boost your focus and energy. Start your day right with AG1. drinkag1.com/chatsports. All right. And Justin Fields will be tied into this next topic too. Everyone's got to be on the hot seat at this point. I know we're 2 weeks in, but think about this, guys. The Bears have lost 12 games in a row. Think about if that was just to start a season, right? Like 0-12. Well, to me, there's not a difference. You lost your final 10 last year, and yeah, you kind of ended up tanking toward the end of the year, whatever. But you've lost your first 2 now against manageable opponents. Green Bay just lost to Atlanta, and I know Tampa beat Minnesota last week, but they're not world beaters. They have some nice players. I thought Baker Mayfield actually played pretty well today, but this is not a team that on paper, based on individual talent, you should just get boat raced by. You have lost 12 in a row. So let's just go through it. Ryan Poles. I like his processing, the way he thinks, but he's missed at this point maybe more than he's hit. 50-50 best. Chase Claypool trade, I know he had a touchdown. That's been a disaster. Let's just call a spade at this point. I like Darnell Wright. I think he's going to be a good player. Jalen Carter might be the best rookie we've seen in a while. And I was in favor of passing on him based on where the Bears are. But you know what? The GM has to make that call, not me. So that doesn't look great. I love DJ Moore. But if you're going to trade the number 1 pick for him, you should use him more often. 6 for 104 is nice. He should get 15 targets a game. Seriously. 15 targets a game. At least 10. Was that 6 targets for 6 catches, by the way, Rolly? I think he's been targeted 8 times this year, and he's caught all 8. Give him the goddamn football, please. You paid Cole Kmet. He's looked mediocre through 2 games. He had 7 targets, by the way, more. Still, 8 catches on 9 targets this year. That's pretty efficient. Tyreek Stevenson got torched today. I like the young player, but he didn't look good. Like, what's been the best move Poles has made? I still think that trade leaves you in a good spot because, hey, kudos to Poles. If you want to move on from him, you got an extra first-round pick next year, so that's nice. Okay, let's go to the head coach now. Matt Eberflus. He steps in and coaches the defense for Alan Williams today. Everybody was fired up about that, right? Oh, Alan Williams, dealing with the personal issue. We hope everything's okay with him and his family. Same with Nate Davis, who lost a family member. Thoughts and prayers to him. We don't know what's going on with Alan Williams. I hope everything's okay there. But people were excited to see Flus call the defense. I was intrigued, say, oh, maybe things will look different. Did it look different? I didn't see anything different. You didn't get a sack, although Yannick Ngakoue whiffed twice. He should have had at least one of those. But you gave up 437 yards to the Bucs. You gave up 9 of 16 on 3rd and 4th downs combined, including several 3rd and 8 pluses. A 3rd and 14 for a touchdown. That was wide open, by the way. And Baker Mayfield probably just played the best game he's played in 2 years. Since that year they went to the playoffs in Cleveland. I didn't see much different. And, Flus, your defense, the hits principle, more like the shits principles, can't tackle. I bet the Bucs broke 15-plus tackles today. It was a joke. So what is Flus doing to impact the game on a day-to-day basis? I would say his seat should be hotter than Poles. Okay, let's go to the coordinators. Alan Williams, leaving him out of it. He wasn't there today. Luke Getsy. I thought there were some good things in the first half. I thought Fields turned down some opportunities. Okay, fine. The late game sequence is inexcusable, and there's just little things too. You run a jet sweep to Velus Jones to the short side of the field for like a loss of 5 yards. You don't allow Fields the opportunity late to go win the game for you. You call back-to-back screens. That does not work out. You called another receiver screen on 3rd and 9. That went nowhere because no one blocked again. Like, hey, maybe that play doesn't work for this group. Okay? So he doesn't look good. His situational play calling is ass. So, like, everybody's got to be held accountable. The GM, the quarterback, the coordinators, the head coach. What does this team do well? Tell me. Cairo Santos is a damn good kicker. He made a 52-yarder today. Trenton Gill's a pretty good punter. I didn't think he punted that well today, but he's pretty good. Trent Taylor never drops a punt, so that's nice. But what else do you do well? Well, DJ Moore, when he gets the ball, is awesome. They don't throw it to him much. 7 targets when every time he touches it, he's getting you like 20 yards. We don't want to feed him. Oh, here's another thing with Getsy's play calling. I liked trying to get Fields into a rhythm early with some confident downfield throws. No problem with that. But you ran the ball 16 total times. Khalil Herbert got 7 carries for 35 yards, 5 in average. Roschon had 4 for 32, including a 29-yarder he ripped off. Why are you just abandoning the run? And if you're going to lean on Fields more, call some designed runs. We saw one zone read on the first drive and then a bootleg, which gave him a run-pass option. Fields had 4 carries for 3 yards. His legs are one of the best weapons in the NFL. And Getsy's like, I'm not interested. Let's make him a pocket passer. It's just a joke, man. Like, again, I'll ask the question, what does this team do well? They don't coach well. The talent evaluation is in question at this point. The quarterback is definitely in question at this point. Your kicker's awesome. Other than that, this team fucking stinks. Like, that is the bottom line. And it's incredibly frustrating to watch, if I'm being completely honest. If you want authentic Bears news, rumors, I'm still going to do a watch party every week. I'm not bailing on the season. The Bears might, but I'm not. Hit that subscribe button. Please support the show. It would mean a lot to me that if you stick with us this season because we're going to bring it every day. Multiple videos per day, 3 live shows a week. We need your support. It's free. Hit that subscribe button. Help us out. And then to add insult to injury, how about injuries? Add injury to insult. How about that? You lost 2 key players today. Darnell Mooney left with a knee injury, did not return. They said he was questionable to return, so maybe that's a good sign that they don't think it's something severe, but that's not good. And then Eddie Jackson left the game as well. Now, he wasn't straight carted off the field. He limped to the sideline, but then he rode a cart to the locker room. That's not good. Jaquan Brisker, I thought he was hurt early, but apparently he was dealing with an illness. He was in and out, so I don't think he's injured. But Eddie Jackson and Darnell Mooney are 2 of your, at least on paper, players that are supposed to be like leaders and vets on this football team. And they both left. Like, so it's just, there's nothing to point to for optimism. I thought maybe late in the game, once Fields led that first touchdown, and I said, man, if he could do it again and steal a win here, because that's what it would have been. It would have been theft. The Bears got their ass kicked again. That could have been something to build on, but then you call 2 straight screens and Justin throws just a horrible pick 6 on a screen. Like, how does that happen? God, it's just mind-numbing watching this team. And it really makes you wonder, like, if there's something in the water in this franchise. Like, it's just like, whatever decision this franchise makes is the wrong one. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if the Bears trade Justin Fields after this year, he'll probably be a superstar elsewhere. You know why? Because it's the Bears. God, it's unbelievable. Answer this question for me. Is the season over? We're 2 weeks in. Is the season over? You're losing next week to the Chiefs, barring a miracle. Type Y for yes. Type in for no. Is the season over? It might be, man. It might be. The season might be over, but this channel is not going anywhere. Help us out. Subscribe today. Share the link with a friend. I know it's hard, but we'll go through it together. YouTube.com/BearsNow. Appreciate all your support.